Stephen A., what did this loss prove about the Cavs?
Well, what it proved about the Cleveland Cavaliers is that they don't need to be in Miami the night before they have to play Miami. Because when that happens, it's problematic. When you look at LeBron James, he had a relatively pedestrian performance, even though he probably wasn't out partying. I'd like to check everybody else outside of LeBron James and Kevin Love and wonder what the hell they were doing. Jeff Green is a good dude. What is it, 2 for 10 shooting? Come on, bro. We need better than that. George Hill, you've been a model of inconsistency. And I'm going to ask this question again, Max Kellerman. Who shot J.R.? That was from the drama Dallas back years ago with J.R. Ewing, okay? You remember that popular hit show, Dallas. Who shot J.R.? Because, my God, you remember how this man got all sensitive and caught up in his feelings when I pointed out how you got to play. You want to be a starter. You upset that Dwayne Wade arrived there, and he's the one in the starting lineup. What are you going to do since you were sulking on the bench? And he's had an absolutely pathetic, horrific season. He hasn't just been a model of inconsistencies. Sometimes he's been a model of deplorable performances. And last night was one of them. This man plays 16 minutes. Minutes have been dwindling, by the way. He only attempts 4 shots. He makes one. I need an investigation as to whether or not he was partying in Club Live or something in South Beach. I mean, it looked like he had been out. I don't know what the hell was going on with him. But he showed up, but his game was nowhere to be found. And that's the situation. LeBron James last night was left hanging. Certainly it was a pedestrian performance, but he was left hanging. The kryptonite to the Cleveland Cavaliers, outside of Kevin Love's value as your number 2 option, somebody who spreads the floor and not only creates opportunities because he's pulling big men away from the basket, which gives LeBron James more room to operate offensively, not to mention elevate his assists, but also the kryptonite to the Cleveland Cavaliers is being in South Beach, being in Miami. They don't need to spend any time there because clearly they can't handle the lifestyle and then work. Something's not right. We all know, and we can imagine what it is, and I think that's what you saw last night.
Stephen A. Smith, I plan to come out here this morning and say that what this loss proves, because neither one of us think it's a very big deal, is that a lot of these new Cavs have never been to South Beach with LeBron James. And in fact, they spent 2 nights there, and they played like it. I mean, that is simply the fact. So let me explore this next point, which was going to be my second point. How much of this do you think, and I'll give my opinion first, is about LeBron James' psychological issues playing either with or against Dwayne Wade? Because I believe that LeBron, when he first joined the Heat, the reason they lost to the Mavericks, and LeBron was playing hot potato in the 4th quarter, not making the pass because it was the right basketball move, but because he was abdicating responsibility. I don't want it. Someone else take responsibility. It seemed to me that the issue there was when your best player is not the alpha on the team doesn't function properly. And that LeBron James is so much better than everyone else. And that includes his good friend Dwayne Wade. Like, they're best friends. We get it. He is so much better than Dwayne Wade has ever been. And Dwayne Wade has been just about as good as anyone, right? That I really think that it affects the way he plays. It affected the way, it took him a full season and even the finals to understand it's okay, I could be the man, even on a team with Dwayne Wade. And Wade is the guy who had to tell him, you got to do this. And when they play each other, I rarely see LeBron, you know, in South Beach. I'm not talking about his teammates now who don't know how to handle South Beach, especially the guys who just got there. Never been there with him. Spend 2 nights with him, as you said down there, and show up with no legs, basically. I'm talking about LeBron's play against Wade. I almost get the feeling, Stephen A., like he can't give the full expression of himself because the shadow looms so large because his excellence dwarfs everyone else's in comparison, and that includes his boy. I almost get the feeling like he doesn't want to embarrass him.